taking control of the center with a pawn. This often leads to closed, strategic games, building toward an Indian game by controlling the center with a knight instead of a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square. e6 opens up a line for the dark-squared bishop and prepares to castle quickly, while preparing to push a pawn to d5 and recapture with a pawn if captured. Knight f3 develops toward the center, putting pressure on the e5 square and adding another defender to the d4 pawn. The queen's Indian defense prepares to fianchetto the light-squared bishop on b7. Knight c3 develops the knight toward the center and controls the d5 and e4 squares. Bishop b7 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. a3 controls the b4 square, stopping black's normal plan of pinning the c3 knight with bishop b4. d5 takes space in the center, attacks the c4 pawn, and controls the e4 square. c takes d5, captures the d5 pawn, and attacks the e6 pawn. Knight takes d5, recaptures the pawn, and attacks the knight on c3. e3 protects the d4 pawn and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. A straightforward recapture. The bishop moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. Out comes the bishop, helping to solidify the position. This forces the checking bishop to move away due to a pawn kick. This avoids clear danger. Textbook play so far. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. One more piece joins the action. Moving the rook gives black more flexibility in the middle game. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. Castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach. With the rook now developed as well, white has all pieces ready for action. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. This is the strongest option. There was only one good move there. A clear recapture. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. This maintains the balance of material with a good trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. Right on target. Capturing while sacrificing the bishop was the right idea. That bishop was free for the taking. Now black can't stop white from winning material if they make the right moves. Black's piece has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This wins material. This evades the check from the queen, ignoring the threat on the rook, a difficult move to see. This threatens to tactically win a knight. This wins material. This removes a knight that put the king in check. That was a free rook. This misses a better way to move a queen to safety. This moves the queen to safety. This blocks an attack on a pawn. Very precise. This was the only move. This moves the rook to safety. This allows the knight to control more squares. The rooks are coordinated and powerfully doubled on the file. This permits the opponent to eventually win a queen. This will win a queen with correct play. This steps away from the checking queen. This is the strongest option. The best option was to block a check from the opposing queen. Right on target. This steps away from the checking pawn. This continues down the road to checkmate. This steps away from the checking rook. This continues the checkmate threat.